424 in Lewis. To place your deli or carryout orders, call 302-945-0700.
Also, shout out to Jeannie Orman checking in from Baltimore. You're qualified for Firefly as well. And 344, still waiting back for your info. All right?
Okay.
Here we go. Dear Bill and Jess. Okay, so I politely try to explain to this lady that I'm not interested.
Politely tried. Let's hear it.
Yet she will not stop harassing me, sending pictures, calling me baby, etc., etc.
Oh.
I called a friend and explained to her that I was getting irritated. Then I explained I needed the harassment to stop, but I didn't want to be the bad guy. My friend didn't understand. I explained that the pushy girl was nice and friendly, but she has her standards set way too high. When I told her this, she got irritated with me, telling me real love doesn't need physical attraction. And then I'm a narcissist because I have standards for what my girlfriend should look like. What's up with this 2021 entitlement thing? If I go to the gym every day and bust my ass to make money, take care of myself, meaning I don't have kids or diseases or whatever, why don't I deserve the same? If I have standards for my car and house, clothes, etc., I also learned to be great in bed. I don't cheat, never married. Why can't I have standards for the girl also? How can we even have a sex life if I'm not physically attracted to her? Why can't she just find another challenged guy who's okay with her?
Oh, my gosh. All right. So for him, he's not attracted to her.
He's not into her. No.
All right. The standard isn't there on what he's looking for.
Right.
And she doesn't get it.
She just
keeps
continues.
reaching out, sending pictures. Can he... do you think they work out at the same place? Like, where
delete
does
and
he
block.
have to see her?
Yeah, how about delete and block on everything else?
If he hasn't already done that, is it because, like, he's running into her?
Maybe.
You know, like, when he feels like, well, I just want to be the nice guy, but...
Maybe.
Listen. If you just keep being nice, she's going to continue.
How do you know that? And how would you know?
You just have to say no.
What if you just say LOL?
Not LOL.
LOL will get them off,
not
right?
Ha ha ha.
How do you know, Jeff?
Not aw. No, definitely not.
Definitely not. Aw.
No. The aw.
That means I might.
Keeps them coming.
Yeah. If you say "oh," like if they say "oh, you look so good" or "you look pretty" or something like that, and you write "oh," that means that she'll.
No, you can't. And you definitely, because you're being nice, you cannot add any emotion to it, like an emoji or anything, a smile face, a blush face.
Why are you blushing if you don't like them?
No, I'm just saying in general.
Yeah.
You can't add anything because you're being nice.
How do you know?
You know, you can't do that. You can't say "aw, LOL."
Why not?
Nope. "Aw, ha ha ha, that was sweet of you." Nope.
But that, I mean, look,
Nope.
that's kind of obvious, ain't it?
No,
That's
if
like
you
flirting
say-
back.
You can't.
But-
But you're being nice.
No, that's like flirting back.
What you have to do is just say no.
Yeah, I know.
That's it. That's it. Because you're being nice. You don't want to hurt anyone. So you think.
Shut up. The hurt. You know what? People,
you just
people who
think-
say I don't want to hurt. Shut
No,
up. They're
you
not
don't
going to get
wanna
hurt.
You don't want to feel like you're being rude.
You're not in a relationship breaking up with somebody. They're not going to get hurt. For people who use that as an excuse.
She's hurt. She's saying you don't like the way I look. You're a narcissist. She's hurt by what he's saying.
Because
that she doesn't meet his standards.
Because
She's hurt by that.
No, she ain't. This is all talk just to try to get in his bed. That's just all talk.
Okay, I'm just saying.
But-
People get in their feelings.
If she does get in her feelings, that means that's because he's been stringing her along.
Well, he said
That's the way you get hurt.
Been nice.
But if
I
you
mean,
s-
yeah,
if you say
sending
right off the bat,
pictures-
no, or you know, then
he didn't do that.
Yeah,
though.
but I'm saying if you have someone who continues and going on and on and on trying to like talk to you and they're getting annoying and you want to cut them off, if you cut them off, if you say to yourself, I don't want to hurt them or I don't want to be, you know, you're not going to hurt them if you do it right off the bat. They will get over it within 24 hours.
Yeah,
within
but that's
24
what I'm
seconds.
saying. For the people who say, how do I like let them down slowly? Or,
You don't need to.
How do I do
Nope.
it without like being rude?
Let 'em
being,
down fast.
You know, whatever way. that's what we do. We go, oh.
S. Norman checking in. Ever heard of blocking? It's a setting on your phone to use a certain person can't get in touch with you. They also have the feature on social media. Try it sometime.
Yeah, the delete, the block, just do it all. If this person is genuinely like a bother to you.
Sam says, keep your standards high. You may have to hurt her feelings. Okay. Shanita says, you said you don't want to be the bad guy, so I'm guessing that instead of being straightforward with the lady, you probably did it in a nice way because she's still harassing you, probably because she thinks there might be a chance. Yes, the LOLing and all that.
Yeah, they do.
If you really want to leave you alone, you might just have to be the bad guy.
You do.
Look, ladies and gentlemen, if you have someone who's trying to talk to you and you want them, and there's no chance that you guys are going to get together, but you know they're like kind of like flirt with you, writing you or whatever, don't LOL.
You can't.
Don't haha. Oh, you're sweet. You're so nice.
No, or when you go.
Because that gives them more of it. They keep continuing to think, oh, there's a chance.
That's so nice.
No, even if you say that.
Even sometimes if you say thank you with a smiley, done. They're coming right back with something.
Yeah, of course.
Even it gets down to when you accept a friend request. This is when you know the red flag. You accept it, and when the wave hand comes, or when they write on your wall, thank you for accepting.
No.
That's it. That's when you know. Those two things, the waving hand
right,
and the writing on the wall, thank you for accepting my friend request. That's when those are two red flags right away that you have to go back in after you just accepted their friend request and delete and block.
Amanda says, block her from all facts of your life and keep it moving. Stop giving energy to things that you don't desire. We shouldn't even be reading about this. Okay. Let's see. Nye says, so let me get this straight. When a guy has standards, he's a narc, but it's okay for a woman to have standards. If the roles on the scene were reversed, what advice would you give to the woman? Change nothing but the genders.
Yeah, I don't know about that whole standards thing. I mean, we all have something that we're looking for. So everybody wants something different.
Leah says, sir, having standards and setting boundaries is a healthy way of doing your business, but unfortunately, too many people these days are just too comfortable with toxic and can't handle it when we know our worth. Don't settle for less than that. What you have here is a case of your friend, in all caps, not liking what you have to say because she doesn't meet those standards you've set, and she wanted you to choose her. Cut them off and dip. Let's see.
Cut them off and dip.
And Mashika says, just block the damn girl. Why you got to talk to your homegirl about it, who said she wanted to be your girlfriend? You're not telling the whole story, Mr. Preferences. Men love to deviate from the real issues. Why is she going that hard? Did you beep her, Mr. Preference? Y'all love to play in the dark and what you claim you don't like and parade around with someone more your preference in the light, but you know what they say. So she thinks that the guy
She
they
might
hooked
be
up.
onto something.
Yeah, because if you're falling that hard,
She might be onto something. Where he was like, well, she don't look that good. She really doesn't meet my standards. I really don't like her that much. But I can just like,
but
you know.
302
On the side, he did something with her on the side, and now she's sprung.
858-5117. If you want to continue the conversation, head on over to our Official Power Facebook page. We're actually live right now, but if you're watching this or if you want to watch it over again and post your comment, you can do it right below in the comments. All right. Coming up, we got the 8 o'clock old school mixtape. It's a Bill and Jessica show. Good morning.